Podcasts are hot right now. How do I know? Well, you're listening to one right now, aren't you? But you might be wondering, how on earth do I get my voice out there and start my own podcast? It all seems so intimidating. Between hosting and platforms and monetization, it can get real complicated real quick. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We started this podcast over 2 years ago, not knowing clue one on how to do it. So how do we do it? We did it with Anchor. Anchor is the free podcast app with creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And everybody likes money, right? Well, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go right now, download the free Anchor app, or go to Anchor FM to get started. It's the eCommerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your host, John Suder, Bart, Mroz, and Brittany Blackman. The eCommerce Minute is a production of SUMO Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm located in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's the eCommerce Minute, episode 702.
Today's episode, Uber expands contactless delivery service with Uber Direct.
Uber has announced the launch of Uber Direct, an expansion of the company's existing takeout delivery service into grocery and convenience store delivery, and Uber Connect, which allows some users in cities to send care packages to family members. The company piloted the service with Cabinet, a direct-to-consumer medicine service in New York City. Consumers can order goods from select retailers and get their items delivered without contact, though the company did not disclose participating retailers. With the new Uber Connect feature, users in select cities can log into their Uber app and send packages to family and friends. It's a cost-effective, same-day, no-contact delivery solution that keeps people feeling close, even when they're apart. In addition to offering contactless delivery, Uber has also developed more features and policies in an effort to protect the health of drivers and delivery personnel. The company also said it provided sanitizing supplies in high-risk regions. The company said that Uber Direct and Uber Connect will evolve over time as they learn how to effectively and sustainably serve the needs of businesses, drivers, delivery people, and consumers. It's obvious that Uber's announcement comes as delivery apps turn their attention to grocery stores. The rideshare giant has also partnered with Stop & Shop to offer discounted rides to seniors and has suspended Uber pool services. Duh, you wouldn't catch me in an Uber pool.
God. Nightmare. It was a nightmare before this, honestly.
Yeah, and it was funny, and even sometimes I would look, the Uber pool was even more expensive, which to me, I don't know, Uber pricing. But anyway, those were the olden days, LOL. This is pretty cool. I think it'd be interesting how they promote this. So the Uber Connect, I really like this, where you go, you punch in, you say, go pick up a bag of donuts for my Aunt Millie. You probably include a note, didn't say that in the report, but really nice. Like, going to send my Aunt Millie some donuts. Uber driver delivers it. Bing, bang, boom, you're done. I love it. I think it's great.
I think that's awesome because it's like, I would do that if you don't just have a trunk, just throw in the trunk, right? You don't talk to anybody and just go. Just like a quick pickup delivery.
Yeah. And I think it's good for the drivers because obviously they're not driving too many people around. The deliveries, they're doing a lot more deliveries and grocery and things like that. But the Connect thing is really cool. I like that. It's a nice touch, I think, that people need in these very delicate, non-touch environment. That was a very elegant way. Right. Pretty cool.
It's wild, though, because I feel like every day I see a new headline about Uber, but I'm not seeing anything about Lyft. I don't know her anymore. I haven't heard a peep about her. Or maybe I'm just not seeing it. Maybe it's just not on my radar.
You're exactly right. I have not really seen too many Lyft headlines either. And they were about to eat Uber's lunch, and now I think they're both sitting and eating humble pie for dinner. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's be interesting to see what happens to both of these companies. Obviously, they're pivoting to more delivery and less with driving the peoples around. I don't think rideshare is going to go away, but the other problems that they were having, besides the fact that people don't want to sit in a stranger's car any longer, was the drivers. The drivers, they don't get paid, they don't get insurance, and they don't get paid enough. How does this company survive? They look at the drivers as like this expendable thing. How long can that last?
Right.
And that can get into a whole economics discussion here, which I'm not qualified to hold. But I don't know. I think it's very unfair to the drivers. These guys work their asses off, and they're using their own cars, and it's just like net, they're not making a whole lot of money. I mean, it started out as a great side hustle, but then everyone went, oh yeah, I'm going to be an Uber driver too. And back in the olden days when you went into the city, like all the traffic was all Uber drivers and it's single people sitting in Uber cars all trying to get to the same place.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit ridiculous.
It's like also in the same breath, like, are they being good to the small businesses that they're delivering for? You know what I mean? Like, are they actually being good to all of them and not like, because I know GrubHub is still, I was talking to a local business in my neighborhood like 2 days ago, and they were like that GrubHub is still like hammering them with fees, even like local businesses and stuff like that. So it's like crazy.
I don't get that. I mean,
I don't either.
So incredible. And again, I haven't looked into it. So when GrubHub takes that fee, do they split that with the driver, or is there a percentage, or how does that work? Does anybody know?
I don't know, but I do know that the restaurants themselves are getting even less than like what you would think.
I know Uber, at least for me, they've been trying to get me to use Uber Eats for the last 3 months. Free.
Yep.
Like it's free. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll do this.
Yeah, right. I mean, you look at between Caviar and GrubHub, or I mean, Seamless and GrubHub is the same company. Uber Eats and any one of them, right? They're marketplaces, and people go there first instead of going to their local sort of sites. So that's where it is. So they have this like weird monopoly on food that they charge for, which sucks. But if you're a restaurant, you kind of have to be on it. Like, unless you're really known in the neighborhood, but then you're missing out on everybody else.
That's a sad reality.
That's a sad part. Yep. Yeah, it's a sad reality, right? So there's no choice really, right?
Right. So they either, do the order, take the hit in the knees with the fees, and probably make a lot less money, or they don't get that order at all. And right now, there's not a lot of choice. No. You're either doing curbside or your doors are closed, and that's not going to change for a while. So that's.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, we're so happy today. Okay.
At least we're talking.
So we've seen a spike in the contactless deliveries. Like, that's the new catchphrase. It's like, I don't contactless. Like, the driver still touches your bag or whatever, and I was one of those people. I watched that video with that doctor. It's like, you have to wash your groceries when you bring it in the house. And we were like so crazy insane with it. Well, the more you study it, and again, this is a failure. This is a failure all around, in that we weren't educated as to exactly how this virus works, how it's transmitted. It was just like, here comes this bad thing, and we don't know what to do. Now we know. Yep. We now that it's spread by someone just breathing or coughing, or it's just a droplet. So you're less susceptible of getting it. The odds are very, very low that you're going to get it from your mail or from the guy delivering your McDonald's bag. But you still have to be careful. But it's that person-to-person thing, man. That's really what it comes.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Is being around people is the biggest, because that's where it's pretty much potent, right? That's why they're wearing masks.
Yeah, just wash your hands, man. That's what it really comes down to. Just wash your hands. Like, we did the whole, we had the toxic zone in our dining room. Okay, we're bringing the groceries in. And then it was like, oh, I keep reading, and I'm like, oh, we don't have to do all this crazy stuff. Okay.
We still wipe it just because, like, it just makes it, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy, but
it's sort of like a peace of mind thing. Like, my girlfriend, she's always like, well, what are we doing this week? To give me my directions. And I'm like, all right, look, let's still wipe down the frozen food, because if it's frozen on the food and then you took it and then you stuck the frozen toxic food and stick it in the freezer, it's still there.
It's still around.
So we know that. So take an extra minute, spray the bag of string beans, and it seems so like over the top. And my fear is like, and this is what's happening. Everyone's got quarantine fatigue. That's why people are venturing out. That's why the parks are so. Everyone's like, oh, I'm tired of this. I'm just going to go out. Oh, okay. Well, that's not how this works.
No, it doesn't take the weekend off.
Doesn't take a break.
It doesn't take a break, but it, on a sunny day, it's good for your health too. But still be cautious about where you are and what you're doing.
Still got to be careful. All right, we're going on another rant again. We were talking about Uber, so we're going to close it with a little Uber stat time. Uber shares have fallen more than 50% in the past month due to investor concerns about the impact of the virus on bookings and a broader market decline. Lyft stock is down almost 60%. There's your Lyft for you, Brittany. Wow, 60%. That's pretty crazy.
It's a doozy.
It's a doozy. They're not going away. I don't know if I would be putting my money into Lyft or Uber right now, but some of these investors that were riding high, and now they're riding in the trunk, I guess. I don't know. Guys, got anything else?
Nope.
All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at SUMO Heavy.